It is cold in here, so gotta wrap it up. So abs. We all want abs, or for the most part, most of us want abs. When you see somebody with abs, you automatically think that they are probably extremely disciplined. They eat super healthy. They are super strong, and that they probably have their life together because they look so structured. But in reality, anybody can have abs. You can have abs. And so, to answer the question, are abs genetic? I do want to specify that everybody has abs. We all have abs. It's just that I'm specifically talking about having visible abs, but we all have abs, right? Yes, we all have abs. No, abs are not genetic. So while I was going through my fat loss phase, which was supposed to be a body recomp, but it just ended up being a fat loss phase, I guess. You know what? It kind of really was a body recomp. I sustained all of my muscle and lost a ton of fat. So yeah, I think I did pretty well. But anyways, during that time, I was just losing a ton of fat and not seeing my abs at all. And, I could see, the little lines here and there, like on the sides, but I still had this layer of fat over my abs. And when I finally got to a very low percentage where I was like, I should be seeing my abs right now. Why am I not seeing my abs right now? I heard something, and it finally clicked. Abs are muscle. Abs are muscle. Why are you not training them? When you're working out or you're looking for educational information and you're researching what it is that you need to do to get, your abs to show, to be visible, how often, if not all the time, do you hear, you don't need to train your abs? You don't need to train your abs. You should already be engaging your core when you're doing every single other exercise and set and reps that you're doing throughout your exercise and workout routine. You should already be doing that, so you don't have to train your abs whatsoever. That's so false. As soon as I started to train my abs, that is when I started to see a difference. That's when I started to see my abs poke out and be more visible and be more structured. I started to see the actual structure of my abs. I've got a call coming in. Decline. And that motivated me even more to train my abs more and to also put in more structured, consistent work in all of the other muscle groups that I was working every single day. A lot of the times you might hear someone say you don't need to train heavy and you don't need to train upwards of 20 reps. I actually did both of those things. So I always trained weighted because I wanted to see my abs. I wanted my abs to get bulky. Now, ladies, when I say bulky, I mean it just like that. I mean bulky in air quotes, because obviously you can kind of manipulate how your abs are going to be size-wise, not shape-wise. That is a completely different video, but size-wise, you can train your abs to be bigger than how they look. Now, if I wanted them to be more solid and I guess bulkier, I would have trained them with much heavier weights and probably lower reps. But I was also going for endurance and strength. So I wanted to train with weights and in the upwards of 20 reps, 20 to 25 reps per set. And also, the more I trained and lost body fat, the less bulkier my abs looked, the more smaller yet defined they looked. I'm someone who probably gains fat faster than I wouldn't say most people, I'm probably in the average range of like, I can gain fat faster than others, or I'm more susceptible to gaining fat a little bit quicker. But I also can lose fat pretty consistently and quickly if I really want to, and if I put in the work and the structure, I can do that. But for me, I wanted to also lose the fat in a slower, sustainable way. So I wanted to train my abs to be bulkier, more visible, and to just pop and be stronger. And in doing that, I decided that I was going to train abs weighted every single time I trained my abs. Not only that, but after I trained my abs, I also trained my core, because there are two different muscle groups. There's actually a ton of muscle groups within your abdominal region. However, I mainly focused on my abdominal structure, and I also focused on my transverse abdominis, which is going to be here on the side, not your obliques. I didn't train my obliques because I didn't want to get wider, I wanted to get tighter. So I did exercises like vacuums, mainly vacuums. I did those every single day after I trained my abs, or sometimes I would take a break. I would take a day or two in between training just to give my abs and my transverse abdominis a break, because it's still muscle. Like, you still need to give them time to rest so that they can grow. But you know what I'm gonna say, one of the most important things in achieving and seeing visible abs is going to be being in a caloric deficit. It doesn't mean that you have to be 500 calories below your maintenance. It means that you need to be below your maintenance. And based off of how fast you want to see changes in your body, how fast you want to see visible muscle, and have like a lean, sculpted body, depends on, that's going to determine how many calories below your maintenance you are consuming. So hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully you guys got a lot out of this video. If you have any questions, obviously leave them in the comment section below. If there's anything that I didn't touch on in this video, obviously leave that below as well. And I'm really just going off of my own experience and also relaying information to you guys that I've heard myself. And I think that it's time for you to train your abs. If you want to be able to feel your best, look your best, and if you need that little bit of motivation to keep going on your journey, which I don't even really care to use that word anymore. This is like your life, your lifestyle. But you do have these phases that you go up and down. Like, don't just train your abs in a fat loss phase. Train your abs in a bulking, muscle building phase. Train your abs almost 5 days a week, for 4 to 5 days a week, so that you're consistently building strength and you're consistently building some sort of hypertrophy in that area. If you want to be lean, if you want that structure, if you want that image and appearance on your body. But I will also say that the vacuuming also helps to like lean out and elongate your abdominal area, from what I've noticed. And so that is why I combined the two, and it worked for me. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. I know that my thoughts can be a little bit all over the place sometime when I'm recalling my experience and what I went through, because every single day I pretty much just did the same thing. I didn't write anything down, but I did the same thing every day, which is I ate in a calorie deficit. I trained with weights. I trained upwards of 25 reps per set when training abs. I did my vacuums, and I was consistent, and I took days off as well. So that is my tips. Those are my tips. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe, and I hope you got some value out of this. You guys have a great rest of your day.